back with another vlog for you in preparation for my big trip this Friday. So it will be vlog 8. I will be broadcasting or recording my vlog from the airport for vlog 8. Vlog 7 will be kind of the end of my experience, and then I think we'll be going to like once a week vlogs after that. But I don't know, you guys tell me, comment on what you think, if I should keep going every day, or if you'll be good with once a week, once a month, or maybe never again. Please don't say never again. I kind of like this too much. But I am here to give some insight on something that I've been thinking about lately in preparation for this trip. I've been thinking that I have to start packing. Packing is a big deal, but we're not going to talk about like packing clothes today. Today, I'm going to talk about packing to get you through TSA. That's right. We're going to talk about how to breeze through airport security and get to your plane even quicker. So let me preface this with 2 things. 1, my all-time record is 23 minutes from my bed to sitting in the plane seat. That's right, folks. From my bed, out the door, down the road. I live 5 minutes from the airport though, so know that. Getting parking, everything, and getting through security to my plane, 23 minutes. I've timed it. That's my record. I want to see if I can get it below 20. I'll try to see if I can do that this Friday. I'll see. I'll let you guys know. So I live 5 minutes from the airport, but it's been 23 minutes for me to get from laying in my bed with my eyes shut, having everything set, and then sitting in my airplane seat. You could also potentially do this if you live very close to the airport, or you could at least drastically cut down your time in general when you do arrive at the airport with the tips I'm about to tell you. But the second thing I'm going to let you know about is I have TSA Pre-Check. That has greatly helped me out. I'll talk about that at the end. But having TSA Pre-Check, it's $85 for 5 years. You can also get Clear, which is lets you clear security really quickly. It's $179 per year to have that. And that really cuts down on the things and chaos you have to do to get through. It's like scans like your retinas or something. It's like facial recognition, retina technology. I don't have Clear. I kind of want to get it. I also don't want to pay $179 a year. But certain credit cards and elite statuses with airlines actually give you a discount, so that's something to think about. But I have TSA Pre-Check, $85 for 5 years. I also get that paid for through my Orbitz credit card, since I'm a VIP member and I have an Orbitz credit card holder. So yay to Expedia/Orbitz. But they pay for every 5 years. They pay for my Pre-Check, so it helps me out a lot. So those 2 things I'm gonna let you know about, but I'll talk about Pre-Check at the end. But there are tips that you can use, even if you do not have Clear or Pre-Check, that will get you through security quicker. And we're going to get into those right now. It does not even start when you get to the airport. It actually starts before you get to the airport as you're packing. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go carry-on only. So that means no checked luggage. Do not bring checked-on luggage, folks, because what's going to happen, this has happened to me, I have straight up arrived 2.5 hours before my flight and still missed my flight, and I hadn't even checked in my luggage yet, was still sitting in line at the counter waiting to get my luggage checked in, and my flight was taking off into the distance. Fast forward, I did get to my destination way later than I was supposed to, but I did get there the same day. So shout out for the people who helped, the customer service agent who helped me at Delta, helped me out at Delta that day. She was awesome. I think her name was like Elizabeth or Lizzie or something. She was great. But you're going to want to go with carry-on only. So I really try to do that as much as possible now. I avoid going to the counter. I get the app for whatever airline I'm flying on right on my phone. I'm a Frontier Elite, so obviously I have Frontier on my phone consistently because I'm booking with them all the time. I just do it right from my app. But I get all my mobile boarding passes with them as well. So it's super convenient. If you're going with someone like American, you can get your in-flight entertainment also on the app. So just download the apps for your airlines, folks. It makes your life 10 times easier. That way you can skip printing your boarding pass out with the agent. If not, you want to print your boarding pass out at home if you're really old school and want that piece of paper instead of having your phone and worrying about it dying at some point, because I do get that. So carry-on only. Don't do the checked luggage. Your carry-on, your personal item, make sure it's within your airline's limits. And then you're also going to worry about how you're packing. You're going to want to put things like a belt in your suitcase, like in your carry-on suitcase, not on your waist. No belts and no complicated footwear. So this is not the time to make a fashion statement, people. You want to leave these things at home, or put them in your suitcase and your personal item, and you can always change in the bathroom if you feel like so inclined. If you need to wear heels to feel fancy in first class on the airport, on the airplane, but you need to leave the belts and the complicated footwear at home. So we're not bringing those either. And if we are, we're putting them in our luggage. Once you get to the airport, you're going to go straight to that security line because you don't have any luggage to check, and you've already gotten your mobile boarding pass on your phone, or you've printed it out. And as you're getting in line, you're going to think about two more things now. One, you're going to think about your liquids. You cannot have any liquids over the size of 3 ounces in your bag, in your carry-on bag. Checked luggage is okay, but we don't have that. So you're going to make sure you're going to guzzle all that water before you get on that flight. Hopefully you won't need to use the bathroom. But better yet, do what I do. I don't like to drink anything about an hour or two before my flight, so I don't have to use the facilities, and I don't have to worry about any waters, trying to bring water through security, having it be too big, having a soda with me. No liquids, gels, pudding, Jell-O for the kids. None of that can go through. Leave it at home. But instead, you're going to want to make sure you have any liquids below 3 ounces in your liquid baggie. We're going to get to the liquid baggie in just a second. The other thing you're going to want to do before you hop in that security line, besides make sure you have no liquids on you, you're going to want to make sure that you get one of these lovely little carriers for your IDs. This is one of my boarding passes. This is from Universal Studios. Can you see it? There we go. Universal Studios Orlando. It is London to Hogwarts because I'm a big Harry Potter fan. So this houses my passport. When I have my passport or my ID, goes right in here. If I have my mobile boarding pass that I printed out for whatever reason, I slap that bad boy right in here. And this is in my hand when I get in line. So that way, when I finally make it up to the TSA officer to check my ID, I have it right here, pull it out, and hand it right to that person. Now, what I've seen a lot, I've seen people fumbling with the party of people, like, oh, who has my boarding pass? Who has my ID? Oh, which pocket is it in? Get it out before you get in line, people. It'll make the line go quicker. It'll make everything a lot easier for all of us, whether we are flying on your plane or not. Everyone will benefit if you are prepared with your boarding pass and your ID. Once you get in line, you'll have your ID checked by the TSA officers. Then you'll be heading over to have your bags checked. This lovely thing, along with any belts, if you did bring them, shoes that you have on your feet, because you do have to wear shoes, you'll have to take those off, put those in a bin, along with any laptops, electronics, stuff like that. And this lovely thing. This is your liquid baggie. It is a quart-sized baggie that has any different items that are under 3 ounces. So you have to follow the 3-1-1 rule, which honestly, for being around for 20 years, a lot of people don't know about. So you have a one quart-sized baggie, and you can bring one item in the quart-sized baggie that's under 3 ounces, but as many of those items that can fit in here. So I have, this is my Dolce & Gabbana perfume spray. It is 0.25 fluid ounces. Is it below 3 ounces? Yes. So it can go in. Along with all these other things, it can go in here. This is probably my biggest item in here right now that I have thrown in here. It's just like some lotion. It's 2.3 fluid ounces. Is it below 3 ounces? Yes, it is. It can go in. Anything that's over 3 ounces cannot go in this bag. They will flag you. They will be upset with you. And then you hold up the line because you get a secondary screening. And you're going to hold up your time from getting to your destination in your plane. So you're going to take this bag. And instead of putting it in your carry-on, you're going to make sure this bag is in your personal item. So why do I say that? It is just easier to grab. So when you have your personal item, you're going to make sure you have your liquid baggie. And this is kind of more when you're packing, but you're going to make sure it is at the top. Okay? So that way you just go like this. It'll snap. And it is all set to go. So when I'm in that line, all I'm going to do is take my personal item, open it up, take this, throw it down, and now it's in the bin. Okay? So that's why when you're when you have your ID checked, you're going to take that little baggie out, put it in the bin along with your other items, and it's going to be readily available for you because you put it at the top of your personal item, okay? On top of everything else. What's going to happen after that? Well, you need to put all your stuff in the bins, sunglasses, anything like that, just put it in the bin. Also along with your little ID, because I mean, if you have time to throw it in your personal item, you can. If not, just throwing it in one of those little bins is fine. You're going to put that bin on the conveyor belt. And then you're going to take your suitcase or your bag and put it behind it, okay? Because the weight of your bag is more than the bin. It'll help kind of push it along and push it right through, okay? Once the little conveyor belt starts going. So that's the next thing. You put the your bins before your suitcase and your personal items. So kind of go in like lightest things, medium heavy things, all your stuff goes through. And you can push your stuff through before you go through security. Once you guys go through, you take your jacket off, jacket off, belt off, everything goes through the little scanner. You need to go through the human scanner. So if you are going through the ones where you have to go like this, you're going to want to make sure that you're watching and paying attention to the TSA officer. So pay attention, be aware of your surroundings. If they're going like this for you to walk through, if you're going through the walkthrough one, please walk through, just walk through, okay? You don't have to be like, oh, do I have to say yes? Do I have to state my name, my address, my, favorite color? No, just walk through, pay attention. And like I said, you can push your stuff usually you can put your stuff through the scanner. If they don't want you doing that, they'll let you know. Don't get mad at the TSA officers. They're just trying to keep us safe. And they deal with people not knowing how to do things all day. And if you are anyone who works with other people, you probably know some people who do not pay attention or get on your nerves. That's just what happens. So let's be patient and thankful that they're trying to look for things that keep us safe, okay? So yeah, once you're through, you're good. If you don't have a second screening, I mean, you may. If you have a second screening, be patient with them. They're going to kind of look around, let them know if there's any sharp objects in there. But you should be all set if you packed properly. When I've had my second screening where they've gone through my bag, they flagged. Usually my selfie stick is what they always find. It's more, maybe delays me for 1 to 2 minutes. It's never that big a deal. Just be pleasant. And, that really goes a long way when we're polite. Last thing I'm going to say is about TSA Pre-Check. Like I said, $85 for 5 years. That's what gets me through the quickest. Things I do not have to do with TSA Pre-Check that you do if you don't have it. I do not have to remove my shoes. I don't have to remove my belt. I do not have to remove my jacket. I do not have to remove my liquids, my laptop. I literally throw my bags on and go. I also don't have to go through one of these things. Obviously, if I get flagged for whatever reason, they'll make me go through that second screening. I've never had to do it because I properly dress. I make sure I'm not wearing a belt at the time or complicated footwear. I usually wear sandals when I go through. I'm not wearing super big baggy clothes. If you are wearing big baggy clothes, they may have you take that off if it looks suspicious. But normally I've went through the jacket before. I can do those things. And it's very convenient when the TSA Pre-Check line is open. I've never spent more than even 3 minutes when the TSA Pre-Check line is open. And I have it for 5 years. It's paid by my credit card company. So it's very, very nice to have. And the line's always shorter than all the other lines. I think maybe the one time it wasn't for some reason. But it was also 4 a.m. and nobody was at the airport anyway. So it wasn't a big deal. So those are my tips. Make sure that you guys, just like I said, be aware of not doing checked luggage. Don't wear anything complicated or that has metal on it. Have your ID ready. Have your liquids ready to be taken out. And just be really, really nice to the TSA officers. They will appreciate that. And above all, if you can get TSA Pre-Check, I personally recommend getting it because it makes my life 10 times easier. I hope you guys have a good time next time you fly and head through security, and hope these tips help you out. Stay with me because I will be going through this experience on Friday. I will let you know how TSA, how airport security goes for me. And if it doesn't go well, I will definitely have a story to tell about it. But until then, travel well, and Sara America out.